Hey, what's up, everybody? We back with another episode of the Game Changers podcast. We got the fellas in the building. Uh, did anybody see the internet buzzing about Johnny Manziel saying he gonna slap Gillie when he see him? No.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Like
What's going
Johnny
on?
Manziel, Johnny
Johnny is a
Manziel came
gangster.
out of left field with that.
Is Johnny that image? I thought Johnny was the friendly drinking guy who liked to have fun and party. Johnny said he gonna slap Gillie.
Yeah, but he had a little tough guy image with him at Texas A&M, along with him partying. He tried to be kind of tough and be, saying slick stuff here and there. So he kind of has it, but he's not about to do nothing to Gillie or anybody. I think that he's gonna try to come out and say something about. I don't see him doing nothing to nobody.
Nick Madden from Nick Madden TV. Tell me, what was your first reaction to it when you first saw it?
I mean, I'm like, no, though. I mean, even him back. I mean, I was kind of shocked at first. You know what I'm saying? Like why he even said this or did Gillie say something to him first? You know what I'm saying? So he just jumped off the push and put himself into something. Like, why you even doing that? Unless you just. I mean, you gonna talk football, talk football, but you ain't said nothing about football. You just wanna slap the man because he talking about football, because you don't like his take or whatever Gillie supposed to have been saying.
And Gillie had his own theory on why Johnny Manziel.
Come on, Johnny. Out of all the motherfuckers you can fuck with, Johnny, what the fuck would make you stop at me, man? Huh? What would make you stop at that bus stop and fuck with me, Johnny? I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. Ain't no secret. You had 8 ball of that shit, Johnny. I figured by now that shit would have wore off, right? Johnny, what the fuck would make you get up and just say, you gonna slap me? Out of all the motherfuckers on planet Earth, Johnny, you gonna slap me?
Hey, Gillie gonna make a joke out of it. Gillie gonna make a joke out of it. But at the same time, he right. Why out of everybody? Because first off, Johnny, this didn't have nothing to do with you, bro. This was Cam Newton and Gillie, which that shouldn't have even went that far. We talked about it last week on the podcast where, man, we talking football. You ain't got to get personal. You ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to try to get personal and hurt somebody's feelings and this and that. Like, come on. Where we going?
Yeah, and also I think it has a lot to do with him, Gillie, with the Super Bowl trophy, and he didn't like that in the sense of maybe he wanted to be. He's like, oh, this dude here, because obviously he don't feel like Gillie has the right to even be holding a trophy or anywhere near pro sports because he's not a pro athlete. So that's where he's like, oh, he's holding the trophy. I never got to be next to the trophy. My NFL career was a bust. So there's a lot of jealousy maybe behind it as well. Some hidden animosity.
And then Gillie did bring up the point where Cam Newton didn't jump on the ball in the Super Bowl, and of course that's going to be a sore spot for a professional athlete. That's like one of the big, reflection points on his life, on his career, football career, is people are going to boil it down to that. So that was kind of below the belt shot by Gillie.
But
go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, at the same time, like Noam said, I hope it ain't no jealousy or envy, because most franchises, they do support their super fan, or say, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's a mascot. So I don't know. I wouldn't know why Johnny would feel slighted because the super fan up there holding the trophy and things like that, if that is the case. But also, you know what I'm saying? Like when Johnny came out of college, he had that big run at Texas A&M. Like y'all said, he was the party kid, the party guy, and of course he was like Gillie showed, had the little the flower on his face before, but he did go to rehab and he was on a good straight path, because he did go to Shannon Sharp when they talked to Shannon Sharp, and he seemed like a more mature, humble guy. But now maybe he didn't went back because I don't know what this tweet comes out for, but that's crazy, man.
Maybe he feel like he coming to the defense of a fellow quarterback, a fellow Heisman winner,
Yeah.
a great quarterback in his own right, which we ain't taking nothing from Cam Newton. But maybe Johnny Manziel is just trying to show that brotherhood between quarterbacks. But at the same time, stand down, bro. Stand down. You tripping. Like, for real.
Now, put
Gillie,
it like this.
you can't. Gillie is that though, Nick. That's what he does. That's you said mascot. I wouldn't say mascot, but something to that degree. You know what I'm saying? He's been embraced by the fan base, and it is what it is. So if they bring in the trophy to his birthday party, it's a reason. You know what I'm saying? So it just becomes one of those things where, man, let him have his fun, and we just move on. But we didn't have to get personal with it. Is what we were talking about on the last show. That's where we went wrong with this whole situation. And now Johnny Manziel talking about slapping somebody. Yeah, we going all off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think, just to get on the point of fans, and Johnny Manziel's been an NFL quarterback, Cam Newton, NFL quarterback, and anybody, and Gillie being around the NFL, anybody that's been around the NFL knows that the NFL, and really no sports league, but especially the NFL, is nothing without their fans, man. The NFL is made up huge by their fans. So yeah, you might feel a way about Gillie, but it also shows that the NFL at least cares about their fans, because so much stuff is centered around fan bases, and what makes the NFL popular and people want to actually tune in are the fan bases of the teams. So you gotta, Johnny Manziel should obviously know that. He should know that and know that.
Hey, now we talked about this in the group chat, and I wanted to bring it up on the show. Man, you get sometimes, most often than not, these white boys who so invested in these black issues or in these issues from other cultures, like, bruh, stand down. Gillie the Kid and Gillie the King and Cam Newton are grown men. Let them fight their own fight. And it ain't like it's your space or your place to jump in the middle of two black men in the middle of media. It ain't like you in a room with them and you kind of like, telling who's right or wrong. You in media. I'm quite sure if you celebrity like you are, you probably could have got a phone number. You know what I'm saying? You probably could have DM'd. You probably could have did something better than that, than jumping out the window talking about you gonna slap somebody, and then you talking about a black man who arguing with another black man. Like, dude, stay out of our business. Like, for real. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, and the point to, and add a point to that, people, like you said, there's a DM, there's a number. I'm pretty sure you could have got a hold of, but we know people live for the clout. People love the reaction. So they'll rather make a post or a tweet or whatever so they fan bases or they followers can see it, and then it becomes an uproar, and then we talking about it like we are today. So I think a lot of people don't like.
I'm tired of that. Our culture, for lack of a better term, culture being, just always being, just preyed on, and it's always like, they can pick and choose their time to jump in black issues. And it's like, damn, Johnny, when the last time you talked about a predominantly white issue? What are your thoughts on Gaza? You know what I mean? Like, what are your thoughts on other stuff that's going on in the world? Because this can't be it. This can't be the only thing, the biggest thing in your world that you jumped out the window on the internet to talk about was Gillie and Cam Newton. What are your thoughts on some of the white issues? What about all these neo-Nazi groups? What are your opinions on those? But we can't even ask those questions because it's like, who really gives a fuck about his issue, his opinion on those? But you jump in a black issue, and it's like, you think your opinion is warranted, and it's not.
Well, like you said, I think sadly, our culture, it seems like people can jump in and jump out as they please. So, I mean, obviously he felt comfortable enough to make his comments, and but Gillie didn't lay down. So, he said what he needed to say back in his comedic way, and he basically got flamed. So
Yeah, of course. Gillie definitely won that exchange, you know what I'm saying? Just with that one, video. But
But
Johnny,
why
you just
Johnny want
gotta,
to slap him though?
yeah.
Like that. Well, see, I mean, that would have been fine if he had just came out and said something, But you talking about threatening the man? You gonna slap the man? You gonna harm the man? You know what I'm saying? Now when he probably see you, it might be the other way around. You just can't say, "Hey, I'm doing it for clout. I was doing it for clout."
Yeah,
No, you just don't
exactly.
get in the media and threaten nobody like that.
Some people
Talk
don't play that,
football when you
man.
talk football.
Yep.
Cause Cam
Yeah,
Newton
you're
never
right.
said they gonna put hands on each other. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them like, oh yeah, when I see you, I'm gonna put hands on you. But talking about my
Yeah.
football career or talking about my record label career,
But we
they
gotta
just going
get
back and
we gotta
forth
get
throwing jokes.
Gillie's response one more time.
Come on, Johnny. Out of all the motherfuckers you can fuck with, Johnny, what the fuck would make you stop at me, man? Huh? What would make you stop at that bus stop and fuck with me, Johnny? I know what it was. I know exactly what it was.
Come on, Johnny.
The
Come
Johnny
on,
back
Johnny.
partying again.
Gillie, hey, shout out to Gillie, man. Gillie a fool, man. But yeah, we
Yeah,
don't want to see no
getting
physical
crazy.
violence, but at the same time, yeah, protect yourself, man. These people crazy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like
we'll
Jill
leave
said, I
it
don't know
there.
what type of stuff Johnny on.
Yeah. We'll leave it right there though, man. Till next time on the Game Changer Podcast. We out.